Hey guys, the Defier here, presenting you a new series of Napoleon Tour videos called Close Calls. In this battle we'll be going depth and strategy and whatnot about battles, this battle specifically. And so as you see, me and Kanan command the Prussians, and our opponents have some weird names, so I'm just going to abbreviate them. This is Oster, no, Fusilier, that's Fusilier, and this is Oster. So they're both the French, and they're both very good players, and they have a very good cav coordination. I'm just gonna say that. So we're gonna look at Caden's army right here. He has this strategy he made, which works out pretty well for most battles. We'll see how it works out this one. He's 3 cav and a heavy right flank with some foot guards, a strong middle with some more cav, and a sort of weak left flank. It's supposed to be like a powerful punch on the right as he draws his opponent away from the left. Which is, it's not a half bad strategy, it's pretty good. So this is my side of the battle. My opponent's, we both reached the middle of the map. I had to fast forward a little bit. And bring up my Prussian Fusiliers to face his Voltigeurs, and he's gonna set up stakes. And one thing I want to bring up in this video is something called positional advantage. One of my friends and a very good commentator I've been watching recently has been TW Replays, and he's a really good video on positional advantage. I don't want to steal any of his idea of it, but basically it's what he said, it's like basically like chess. You have the same amount of units and basically the same skills and whatnot, and you basically just have to take a better position and than your opponent does. Since you both have like 20 units as me and my opponent do, you just need to use it better in a way. And so right here, he has a weak center, so I see that, so I'm gonna attack him, because he has no supporting units at all. No supporting units. So I'm gonna bring my cav in to reduce his firepower, and then rush up with my line and take advantage of him in square. I'm just gonna get rid of his middle. By that time, it's gonna be 20 units to 19. And then after that, I'll break down his middle. It'll be 18 to 20, and I'll gain a positional advantage because I'll have my flanks on his. If you want to see it, look at TW Replays. I'll have his link in the description. But right here, both of our opponents have decided to attack Caden's weak left flank, which is only supported by 2 cav. So I'm gonna bring a cav over. I should have brought more cav over. And over on my right flank, I'm gonna bring over my foot guards to attack his Fusiliers. No matter what, you always want to attack a flank that you have guard units and he only has regular units, because you're going to win even if they do get off the first volleys. Like you see here, I'm winning still. And my cav finally get here, but the forests, or the trees, are close, so they slow me down right before my charge. So it doesn't really pack a punch in the back of them. And they're bringing out even over more cav now, so Prussian cav against French cav is not the best. But their lights and foot guards are definitely a lot better than theirs. Except for old guard, they're pretty good too. So it brings over the shooter cav, pulls off volley, and this is Caden's far right flank. His opponent brought the max over the max limit of our light infantry, so we said he could, but it doesn't really matter. We were okay with this. But his chasseurs are really destroying the Prussian Fusiliers, and in this case it wouldn't happen. But as you can see, that young guard was flanking them, and he has more chasseurs. So, and our opponent over here has decided to try to force me into squares, but my opponent has not taken fully advantage of me, of my reduced firepower. You always should take advantage of this. Cav infantry coordination is the key to success in most battles. You can do so much with cav and infantry to combine, force squares, disorganize lines, and the list goes on. I mean, you can really do a lot. So this is after a little bit, and I think we're on my side. Yeah, and this is after a while. I finally push up on the right flank. Since he has no middle and he's had less units than me, I've been able to bring over my units from the middle to help out with this. It's just giving me a big advantage here. Even though he might be flanking me a little bit there, I'm still gonna overall win this since I have the right flank secure. 1 second, guys. There we go. Okay. And Caden's opponent has brought artillery, and he's really been battering him up. I mean, plus all these chasseurs, he's really getting destroyed. Oh, this guy's trying to scam me on Steam right now. Oh boy, free games? Ooh, sounds really tempting. All I need is your password. Okay, back to the battle. Okay, this is after a little bit. Let's see here. And my opponent has caught me off guard. I was sending a support force to Caden, because you can see he's not doing so good right now. He was doing good, but then his the Chasseurs destroyed him, sort of. Caden's a good player, and yeah. But my opponent's called off over my support force, and I really caught me off guard with this Cav, and it's totally destroying these units. Let's see here. Yeah, so he destroyed my support force, and that's gonna wipe out that, and so I won't be able to support Caden. He's gonna get overwhelmed by the rest of his opponent's troops, and I couldn't really bring over these troops fast enough because they were so far away in the left flank, and my guy retreated, which was the best thing to do. And so this is after a while. As you can see, Caden's opponent, Fusilier, is doing what I call the C tactic. It's when you're wrapping up an opponent, and it's like basically like Pac-Man eating one of those little balls. You're just going to go around him and destroy all the rest of his units. Well, it's a dumb way of explaining it, but it does the job. So I'm bringing over my troops to finish off my opponent, who's trying to hold me off. And as you can see, I did. He's gone. I had to fast forward through that because ending the battle is the most significant part of this battle. So as you can see, Caden was wiped out, but he did a very, very good job depleting the French units and wiping out their cav. I could not thank him more for wiping out the French cav, because as we will see, I have one cav unit left that's fully intact, and that is going to change the tide of the battle severely. So we're going to take a look at the units here. I have 4 lines. Some of them are still pretty good in shape, especially the 2 on the right. I have all 3 Fusiliers, really damaged and almost out of ammo. I have a full cav unit, and I have my general, who is one guy dead, I'm pretty sure. And our opponent here has bunches of units. I mean, even though if I were to choose from 2 battered up units and 1 good unit, I'd probably choose the batter up one. One, because you can go around your guy with both units, and 2, one unit can only concentrate on one unit at the same time, so he's gonna have a firepower advantage or a morale boost or whatnot. And we're gonna see that this guy doesn't really do as I would do. He's gonna sort of bunch up because of this cav here. And I'm gonna bring that cav around because I don't want to get destroyed by the artillery. And this is a really good tactic if you're in this situation. You want to keep that cav in the back. It'll distract him, as you'll see here. It's gonna really destroy his army. But like, I'm gonna pull off a volley real quick on these guys, and I have no more ammo, so I'm gonna try to spread out my lines a little bit, seeing that he has no cav. This is a really good tactic too. If your opponent has no cav, leave your lights open in the middle with no line support behind him, maybe 1 line. Have the rest of the line at the flanks, because he can't really overwhelm the middle, because lights are just sort of taking up bullets. As you can see, this guy here, he has 4 layers. He has 2 Chasseurs layers, 2 line infantry layers. And I'm sort of starting to spread out, and I'm going to gain like big flanks on him, which he's going to have to spread out. But he doesn't have a lot of units to spread out, because as you can see, these 4 layers right here, I'm going to be able to do the C tactic, as I said earlier, around. Oops, my bad. Let's get back. But like, big mistake he made here. See this cav back here? As I said, I was moving it around, but he sent 3 line, his best line, to guard his artillery. First of all, artillery is not that great on grassy flatlands, and second of all, you don't need 3 line infantry to guard an artillery unit. That was the biggest mistake this opponent made. He's a really good player, but just made a huge mistake there. Because he really needs those units to counter my units that are still pretty much intact. And if he would have used those units back there better, because you're gonna see they're not any help at all a little bit. So I'm gonna try to get rid of this front line of Chasseurs. I'm just gonna go and melee with them and waste my Fusiliers. And see, he's trying to hit my general, but it's really not working out at all. So I'm going to start moving out my troops. And as you can see, my cav is moving back, and he's moving with it. That's the other big factor. If you want to do that, you're going to have really good micro to keep up with cav with infantry. Just to let you know. And seeing this, I'm going to try to destroy these chasseurs once and for all. Still haven't died yet. Still got that cav back there. Paying attention to that. But yeah, if this guy would have brought forward his remaining 3 line, he could have done so much more. He could have extended his flanks out so far, and just have one guy guard the general and the artillery. And then he would have been good. He would have been able to flank me and outdo me in my flanks. I just said that. But he wouldn't outdo me like crazy. And watch this. My full Fusilier unit right here. Gets a whole shot off at his young guard, and there goes one unit already. These little advantages that he's giving me is gonna really add up very, very quickly, as you'll see. I mean, you'd never want to get your opponent just little advantages, because all of them will add up really, really quickly. Like one unit after another, they'll slowly be dying off. As you can see, I'm moving my cav around, but he's moving with it. And I noticed this, and me and Kane were talking on a conference call. And then I was like, hey dude, I got a plan here, don't worry. And I juked him out, which was a very, very lucky chance. I thought he was concentrating in the back like big time. I mean, if you're gonna keep 3 line back there, you think you're gonna keep your eye on him and have really good micro with them, but he can't move back fast enough, and it's gonna really cost him. And as we see here, I'm gonna rush his general and his artillery, which he thinks are the most valuable units since he's been trying to protect them so well. And so I could disorganize his lines on his left flank, my right, and I'm gonna pull up my lines to take advantage of this. And we're sort of a stalemate on my left flank there. And so there goes another unit. So that's been 3 units that I've routed so far due to little advantages. And now I'm gonna rush this chasseur unit right here, get in melee engagement when against them. And I'm gonna start engaging with my lines on the left flank, seeing that my guys have more guys in my line. I have a cav forcing them into square right now. I'm gonna win there, and then seeing after that, those are his 2 most powerful line infantry left. And wiping on that line infantry right there with this musketeer, I will basically win the game. So key components to this match were definitely cavalry, infantry, coordination. Like I said, you can do so much with that, and it's very useful to anyone in any game. So use that a lot, and look at the positional advantage video. I'll try to get in more depth in that next video, because I didn't really get in depth that much in this video. And the other key factor, I'm going to fast forward this because I'm running out of time. Another key factor would have been, let's see, probably support your ally more. Because I could have supported Caden more, it would have helped out. So teamwork is definitely essential to a match. I'll do a video on that soon too. So good job to our opponents. They were really good players, best players me and Caden have faced in a long time. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this new series, and see you later.